the leader or the official that are present. Thank you for coming, Curtis. Thank you. I'll make it shorter on my question. You mentioned the gold mine spill lawsuit. Is Utah and Navajo included in that? Is there compensation included for the Utah and Navajo that suffered the damage from the spill? That's my question. And for Bears Ear issue, you mentioned there need for legislation to protect it. Is the legislation being formulated? If so, we like to look at it as it being formulated and see what input we can have. Also, you've also mentioned the issues in court. Will this interfere? Will somehow, if the issues in the court and then there's new legislation on this Bears Ear, will there be conflict, is my question. You've been traveling through Anna for maybe one trip or sometimes. I think you noticed that the land damage is quite apparent. Some of us have really suffered from this oil drilling that has started happening in 1957. To this day, it continues. And some of us have been relocated to different places. The smell, the spill is just obvious and can destroy reputation. Like in my own little area where we used to graze, to tell you the truth, I myself count the wells, which is about 35 to 40 wells has been drilled. And the allotment land that we own, plus the grazing area adjacent to the allotment, that's quite a bit. It destroyed practically all the land that we used to use it. My hope someday is to get Superfund to rehabilitate the extent, maybe not 100%, but at least to half, so we can move back and utilize the land for some extent. I wish that you could check into it or have a study done. Not only the land suffered, but the people has. We wrote resolution with it, and it's just mentioned. I don't know where it went. We can dig it out and share it with you, and you can begin from that angle from you. Also, what the person mentioned about 62.5%. We request to have it returned too. I really think this value that the 62% should be returned back to the Anna people. So that's what I'd like to look into it, check into it. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can remember all of those questions. Let me start with some of the environmental issues that you had brought up and that I heard last night in Bluff. And, I don't mind telling you it's almost overwhelming, all of the environmental issues that you face. And one of the things that would be very helpful to me is to have somebody, perhaps your commissioners, help prioritize and identify all of the environmental concerns so that we can look at them and start addressing them. If they have not been addressed, we can start addressing them. And if they've been addressed but have not been addressed adequately, then that would be helpful to know too. But I feel almost overwhelmed with all of the comments I hear about environmental issues, and I don't know where to start. And maybe I can ask your two commissioners to help me get kind of focused on all of your concerns, what they are, and what's been done on them so far. And that would be a really good place to start. And I would be happy to spend time with me and my staff understanding what those are and how we can deal with those issues. On Bears Ears, I think if I understood your question, you asked if the legislation in Congress would interfere with the lawsuits, and it would not. They're very independent. Now, it may influence it if we did come up with some legislation that resolved the problem, I suspect it could have some influence on the decision of a court, but in theory, a court is supposed to be independent from Congress and would reach its own answer. I would hope, and one of my aspirations is that we could find an answer that everybody agreed on before the courts, because the courts will take many years. If we can't find the answer, then we do need to wait on the courts. But I think it would be better for all of us if we could find that answer before then.
Okay, I got a question here. So,
Can you?
environmental